Should Christians online date? Well, I'm glad you asked.
Online dating as a Christian. Should you do it? And if so, how do you do it?
Are dating apps okay for Christians?
Hi, I'm Genevieve and welcome to my channel, Chick Chat, where usually we talk all things girl, but this actually applies to guys and girls because we're wrestling with the question, should Christians date? And yes, I am biased because I met my incredible husband online dating. So this is basically for anyone out there who might be on the fence about whether online dating is heretical or whether they should give it a try. Funny thing, while I was prepping for this video, the morning I was like putting together all my content, I got a call from a friend I haven't talked to in like 3 years. And she told me how the night before our call, she was considering online dating. So I don't know if that's a sign for her to online date or for me to make this video, but either way, huzzah. So I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why I think if you're a Christian single, you should try online dating. So number 1 is it's an amazing way to meet people. When you're growing up, you have community, you have high school, and then you go to college and your whole community is built around you. And everywhere you look, there's a single person that's hankering to get married. But then this thing called life happens and basically your options slim down to your coworkers, that one single person in your church, because we all know the rest are married, and maybe somebody you stumble upon at the grocery store. So the pool gets significantly smaller. So online dating is basically just a way to meet people who are all hopefully in the mindset of wanting to get married and wanting to find their person. I wanted to show this graph that shows how people used to meet versus how they meet today. So you'll notice that a lot of family and friends used to introduce couples, and now people usually get together through online dating. So let's simplify online dating and just say it's a way to meet other people who are single, who I found in my experience are genuinely looking to be in a relationship and ultimately get married. Which brings me to my second point. You should online date because it's basically as traumatic as you let it be. I mean, think about it. You can choose who you want to swipe on and who you don't. So if you swipe right on everybody and you are responding to a million messages, you're gonna get overwhelmed. It's not safe to do it that way. And you're probably going to hate your online experience, which honestly, I'll be honest with you, when you start out, it's really hard not to swipe right on everyone because it's just exciting and you're like, are they gonna like me? Are they gonna swipe right on me? Are we gonna match? But don't do that. I will make a whole other video about how to get started online dating, how to set up your profile. I think that there's a right way and a wrong way, and I would love to help coach you through doing it the right way because it kind of can be very intimidating. So I'll tell you kind of the hacks that made my experience online dating really, really wonderful. But yeah, so you can choose who you swipe right on. You can choose which app to use, which I'll get into that in another video, but I would highly recommend Christian dating apps, Holy or Upward. I met my husband through Holy, which I really like. You like write out your testimony, basically, like your favorite Bible verse. It's a great way to meet people, but you can meet your spouse through Hinge or Bumble. But I would, if you're gonna go on one of those secular platforms, I would highly suggest being extremely picky. Like you can actually control your settings. So you can be super generic, which I don't recommend, and say like, I only wanna be shown guys 6 feet or taller, who I think you can do like have red hair. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's a setting, but maybe not. Maybe it's just, but I know the height one is. And so you could be very, very specific on who you want to date on these secular apps, which means there's a religion category and you can click Christian and then you get the Christians. And then you have a pool of people who share your similar values. So once you check Christian on your secular dating app, I would suggest take it very slow and be very critical, which sounds really bad, but not critical. Be very judgmental. Nope, that's not good either. Be very cautious of who you swipe right on, because you don't have to swipe right on everyone and you'll get trigger happy, but don't do that. Just start out with having standards, and then that will save you a lot of pain because I can tell you my hacks and I can tell you my failures, and I will. So basically, you can pick the app, you can pick the people you swipe right on, you can pick how long you want your conversation to be, whether you want to fade out, you can pick whether you feel comfortable going on a first date or not, you can pick the place, you can pick all those things. Like it's basically as traumatic as you let it be because you can actually make it so that you feel very comfortable. You can have them come meet your family if they like you enough, which is really bold, but maybe they would do it if you're talking for a while and FaceTiming or whatever. So you can customize your experience to be how you want it to be. And I will help you in this because it's hard. It's really hard. When you first start, you want to say yes to a bunch of people. Girls do. Guys are usually like, I met my husband. He literally, I think I was like the third person that he talked to on the app. It was like the second day he got the app, and I did online dating for like 3 years before I met him. So girls can get very excited about online dating. Guys are kind of just like, yep, she's the one, great. But moving on to my third point, which is a lot of Christians don't want to online date because they feel that it's playing God. And I can understand this perspective to a degree because I struggled with it too. It's basically the Calvinism versus Arminian debate, which is kind of like, do I sit back and let God control everything, or do I take initiative? My mom calls it the Forrest Gump versus the Madam Secretary approach, because if you've ever watched the show Madam Secretary, like she's a go-getter, she just gets it all done. And then Forrest Gump, I almost said Forrest Frank, goes through life and like everything happens to him. So do you sit back and wait for God's timing, or do you take initiative through what he's given you? So this is a whole theological debate, which I won't get into, but I do want to say my great aunts actually had this perspective. I think their parents did. And so there was like, I don't know how many, I think there was like 4 of them that grew up and living in their parents' household. And their parents said, you know, God's going to bring your husband. And only 1 of the 4 got married because literally she met the mailman. But I have found that it's not a matter of taking action or waiting on God. It's basically, what season are you in? So I had a mentor that once told me everything in life basically boils down to ask Jesus, ask the Holy Spirit. Like, am I supposed to date right now? Is this a good timing? Do you want me to do online dating? I felt the peace of God going into online dating because I had talked to him about it and I had asked him, all right, God, is this the time? Is this the season? And I felt the peace of God going into it. And I prayed, like, I'm pretty sure I prayed every time before I opened the app that God would help me find the person. And if he didn't want me to do online dating, that he would make it clear. Because I wanted to always be open, because yes, you can say, take initiative, go online dating, but also like maybe it's not your season or maybe it's not your time. So I'm not gonna be a stickler and say you have to online date right now, even though that's literally what this video is about. I'm gonna say instead, ask God, he will lead you. He's the perfect guide and he has the perfect timing. But if you get the okay, I think you should do it because it's amazing. And I will walk you through step by step the process because it can be a lot. But this brings me to my third point, which is why you should online date. And that is because it is so much fun. It's so fun, guys. Obviously, the main reason is because you're trying to honor God and you're trying to pursue a spouse, but also it is like so fun. I think people are so scared of it that they forget how fun it is. Like, it's basically an amazing confidence builder. You'll be so much more bold in public to approach people because you're like, wow, I actually have people that are interested in me. So it's a huge confidence builder and it's just so much fun. So my main reasons for why Christians should online date is basically, it's just a way to meet people. Don't be worried about it. Number 2 is it's kind of as crazy or weird or awkward as you let it be, because you can really control, you can do so much in your settings or pick the right apps or, you know, pick the right people. Number 3, it's not playing God if you have the blessing of God behind it. So just talk to Jesus about whether this is your time to online date or not. And number 4, it is so much fun. Don't be scared, just do it. Hashtag do it, Nike. So if you guys are interested in more videos like I kind of hinted at, I would love to do that. Please let me know in the comments. And I was thinking about like literally creating a profile for my cousin and like showing you what you should and shouldn't put and like what to watch out for, what to do on your first date, things like that. Safety tips, all of that. So let me know if that's something you're interested in and I would love to make that video for you. But thanks so much for watching.